When dealing with significant bleeding wounds, the first thing I would do if the casualty is conscious is get them to apply pressure directly above the wound. This allows me to do two things. Firstly, to put on gloves to protect both myself and the casualty, and secondly, to apply a tourniquet. Tourniquet is a device designed to be applied above a wound and applied tightly to control the bleeding through pressure. A tourniquet like this would be used by the medical services. If you haven't got one of these, you can use anything: a tie, a belt, a scarf, anything that can be tied tightly enough to control the bleeding. For less serious injuries, where blood is not pumping from an artery or flowing freely from a wound, a tourniquet is not required. In this case, use a dressing such as this. An absorbent pad is placed directly over the wound. The bandage is wrapped above and below to secure it in place, and then pressure applied directly over the wound to control the bleeding. If you don't have a dressing like this one, any absorbent material can be used. T-shirt, towel, anything that can be placed on the wound and held in place to control the bleeding. When dealing with injuries such as fractures and sprains, it's important to immobilise and support the limb until medical help can be obtained. This can be done simply and effectively by using something such as a triangular bandage, a standard piece of equipment in many first aid kits. In the majority of cases, casualties will find the most comfortable position for them. It's this position in which we should immobilise the limb. To do this, we firstly tie a knot in the 90-degree angle of the triangular bandage. This creates a cradle in which the elbow can be sat and supported. We place the knot to the elbow of the injured arm and slide the bandage underneath and over the opposite shoulder. The front of the bandage comes up and over the arm, and the two ends are tied in a knot behind the casualty's neck to secure the bandage in place. Check to make sure the bandage supports the whole of the arm. At this time, the casualty can remove their supporting arm and the bandage will provide the support. If you find somebody's collapsed, you need to find out what's wrong with them. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? He's unresponsive. I need to consider A, B and C. A, airway. Is his airway clear? Is it free from obstruction? Blood, vomit, teeth? B, breathing. Is he breathing? If he was breathing, I'd place him in the recovery position and monitor his condition. I can't hear him breathing. I can't see a rise and fall of his chest. He's not breathing. I need to do two things. I need to call for immediate help. Help! Can somebody get me a medic? This man's not breathing. He needs immediate assistance. And then I need to do CPR. I need to open his shirt. I need to place the heel of my hand in the centre of his chest. I need to place my other hand on top. I lock my elbows out straight and I compress his chest 30 times. CPR can only be demonstrated safely on a training mannequin. Compress the chest 30 times to a depth of 4 to 5 centimetres and a rate of 100 compressions per minute. After 30 compressions, I open the airway, I pinch the nostrils, I seal my mouth to theirs and breathe twice so that the chest wall rises. I reposition my hands and continue the process until medical help arrives.